Oops. Oh, sorry. Where did it go? Sorry about that. Can you guys see my screen?
No, not yet.
All right. All right. Give me 1 second here. I lost you guys somehow. What the heck?
What do you mean?
Like I can't go back to my Zoom. I can't find the Zoom. I have my presentation up, but not the Zoom. Like to hit share presentation.
Right.
Oh, got it. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. Okay, can everyone see that now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so tonight I'd like to talk to you about finding belief in yourself and in your business.
You don't have to get them all.
Okay, but before we begin, just a few of the monthly reminders. November to Remember is almost over. As you know, for the challenge packs, you can earn points for you as an individual and also for team prizes. And the Double Time Challenge Pack is going to earn you 3 SC points. And if you're not aware of it, Double Time is the new partner-focused program from Tony Horton. You get a buddy ball instead of the portion fixed containers. And you can also opt to have either Shakeology or the Daily Sunshine, whichever you choose, since it's more of a family-oriented program. And then you can get the Double Time DVDs for just $20 more. All right, a little bit about me. Okay, so I'm married to Steve, who I call Fleck. We have 3 kids, Ashley, Matthew, and Marissa. Dealt with infertility for 5 years, and then we had Ashley, who is an IVF baby, and then the rest came naturally. I was a marketing professional before I decided to stay at home once we had kids, and I've been coaching for almost 4 years. So why Beachbody? Well, for me, I had done Beachbody programs for years. I mean, I still love the infomercials. I could just like sit there and watch them. I just love the company and everything about it. So I had used Turbo Jam and Sandy, P90X to get back in shape after my first 2 babies. But after Marissa came along, you know, with 3 kids, it was really hard to get an hour-long workout in. And I ended up you know, taking like 2 hours to get a workout done. I just couldn't deal with that anymore. So all right, mind hitting the mute button too on everyone's phone? Thank you. Okay, so I wanted something that was shorter on time, decided to do T25. Also, I really wanted to connect with people that loved fitness as much as I do. Can everyone please hit mute? All right, thank you. So, you know, it was really hard for me to find people that love fitness like I did. I mean, I was doing push-ups when I was pregnant, and I was just kind of like the nut. And I really wanted to find other people like me. So I found Corey online. I was really drawn to her writing and the images that she used. And when I decided to sign up under her, I really thought that I was going to fly under the radar, because I thought that Corey had the team that she has today 4 years ago. I mean, I thought it was huge, and that I would just you said, get to know some people, and that was about the extent of it. So, as I said, I did jump right in, but never thought I could be successful at this. Like I said, it was something, if I took a step back, it was something that I really wanted to do, but I didn't even really want to give myself the chance because I wasn't good at connecting with new people. I didn't like it. I'm married. My husband Flex is a social butterfly. When we go to parties, he's like working the room. I would, like, if I didn't know anyone, I would find the dog or the cat or even a kid and kind of hang out with them just because, I don't know, I felt awkward just how I was. Fleck had told me repeatedly, this is not for you. You're not going to be successful at this just because of the things that I mentioned, that, I really wasn't that outgoing or social. Rarely posted on social media. I didn't want to be annoying with posting tons of pictures of my kids. And I didn't have a lot of close friends, just acquaintances, same best friends since third grade. And I was okay with that because I thought that, if I was blessed to have a few good friends, and I was close with my sister, that that was good, and that was just how it was supposed to be. So when I started, I had a hard time starting up convos and inviting. And now when I say some of this stuff, it seems silly, but I mean, I'm just being honest. So if anyone else is struggling, I want to give you some hope. So even though I had some challenges with some of the different things, I still started listening and reading to personal development right away. And after listening to so many coaches on the National Wake Up Calls and, in other trainings, they said that PD was the key, and that if it worked for them, why couldn't it work for me? And on a note, or a side note, I just want you to know, if you're reading a book and it doesn't work for you, I mean, if you're just not clicking with it, put it down, get another one. Sometimes you can come back to it, but don't let something that just isn't speaking to you deter you from diving into personal development. So, and the other thing is, we can all work out. We can drink our Shakeology. We can post on social media, even if it feels awkward at first. I mean, we have to work our way through that. Also, getting on team calls and the National Wake Up Call doesn't take a lot of extra effort. If you want this business to work, these are some of the things that I consider to be the easiest of things to do. And also, we can encourage one another. So this next slide is important to me because when I first started, and even recently, it seemed like I was prepared to hear no. I mean, I didn't expect everyone to say yes when I invited them, but I started adding friends and people didn't accept my request. So right away, I thought that it was something to do with me. I did not think any other coaches had issues with that. I guess I would send out a few friend requests, and if they didn't respond, then, like I said, I went back to that. This isn't for me. But it's kind of like working out, and working out one day. Here we are in the Coaches Only Challenge. We're going to work out today and then expect our abs to pop out tonight. It's not going to happen. And I, just kind of assumed that it would, that people would, most people would accept your request. I would reach out to people and I wouldn't get a response back. And it wasn't even about Beachbody. It would be something nice, like complimenting them on their kids or asking them a question. And I couldn't figure out why, I was being nice. I would never not respond to someone if they sent me a message. I mean, it's one thing if it's a salesy thing or some spam message, but when someone's genuinely reaching out to me, I'm going to respond back. And I couldn't understand why other people weren't doing that with me. And I just took everything personally. And we can't do that. I mean, people are dealing with so many of their own issues, have so much stuff going on. We can't, think that it's us. And then even when I commented on other people's posts, I would get negative responses sometimes. And for example, a girl that I recently became friends with, she was saying, I'm only eating 900 calories a day. I'm starving. Well, I decided to reach out to her, and rather than a private message, I learned my lesson, but I commented and I said, you know what, you should be at least eating 1,200 calories. And we went back and forth a little bit, and I found out she was nursing. I said, wow. I mean, I always recommend people eating 500 calories more than that. And then someone else that I had recently, a friend requested, we'd only been friends for like a month or so. She said, Amy's really good for motivation, but she doesn't know what she's talking about. And just put a lot of negative stuff out there. Here she works for a weight loss clinic that recommends like 900 calorie diets. And fortunately, that has happened more recently, and I just let it go. And I don't take that stuff personally. I debated, like, should I go back? And like, felt like my reputation was at stake. But I realized that I was just going to try to learn something from it. And when something like that happens again,
just hang on.
Can you please mute your phone?
I never fix this the way it's supposed to be fixed.
Okay. What can I learn from it? And I learned that I'm going to private message someone the next time. But I'm sharing this stuff with you. I don't want you to think that maybe with some of the other coaches that this kind of stuff doesn't happen, that it's just you, and take it personally. I might be alone in this, but just in case I'm not, you need to know. All right. So over the years, I've had some big personal changes and grown really a ton because of Beachbody and the personal development. I started posting consistently on social media, which was a big step for me because that was just not something I would normally do. No longer shy at parties. I was just, all know Regan Haggerty. I just was at a party with her and her husband, and I met her mom for the first time.
I love you.
And normally it would be, or I would have been more shy and stuff. And I'm like, give me a hug. I feel like I know you. And I'm becoming the person I've always wanted to be. And I think that more confident, and other people have noticed too, even my husband, who said, that I could never do this. When I was talking to him the other night about, I said, what was the biggest challenge that I faced over the past few years?
Why don't you make a red, white, and green trifle?
And I was really going for the infertility stuff, but he was saying that how much I've grown in, and being more social and outgoing, and it meant a lot that he noticed too. So you have to keep going, even when things are hard or uncomfortable. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to show up every day and keep trying and continue to invest in yourself.
Peppermint oil in it, and then green food coloring.
So even though I made those changes, like personally, I still didn't have belief in this business. And let me tell you, it's nothing to do with anyone else, not with the company, with this team. It was 100%.
I would do a red velvet.
And that's what we have to realize here, that we are oftentimes our problem, but also can be our solution. And my mindset just was that I couldn't be successful with this. I believed 100% other people could, and I always saw the good in them, how they could, change the world, but I didn't see it with me. So a couple months ago, I was having a conversation with my mom, and she is in her early 80s. And she has told me this before, but she said it again, that her biggest regret in life is not losing weight. And that just made me so sad to think that, that one, I could be helping so many more people, because I don't want other people to have those kind of regrets. But the other thing is, with my own life and with your life, I mean, you don't want to be that age and then be regretting not doing something, or not taking the chance, or not giving something your all. If there's something you want to do, you got to do it. You got to go for it. You got to find a way. So how the heck was I going to do that? Well, I thought, it's the biggest thing. I mean, even Corey's in her presentation last week, I think, last Monday, she was talking about, you have to have belief in doing like the power of threes, and it's going to get the results that you're looking for. So one of the books that really helped me was Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. It just really sums it up that if you work hard, you are going to be able to reach your goals. And I guess I always thought that if coaching could be more like working out, like if I could just put more effort, that I would be successful. But I always thought that I'm relying on other people. Well, we are relying on other people to a degree, but if those people aren't helping us reach our goals, we got to reach out to more people and find more people to help. And I just had a hard time getting that through my head. So I read The Go-Giver a long time ago, but more recently read Go Giver Sell More, and it basically refers back to The Go-Giver. That's another great book, just with your mindset on how you look at coaching and selling. And then Melanie Mitro has some really good podcasts. She does a business tip Tuesday. And on September 26th, I listened to her talk about the real reason why people quit their businesses. And, anyone can do this business. And I'm going to keep saying that. And if you don't believe that, you have to keep saying that too. It just comes down to the hard work. And also the Beachbody Champions page, live training on mindset. It was smiling your way through the ups and downs of building this thing. Brad Bizjack did a great job. You can find his presentation back from September 14th. And then I'm also involved in a like page training, a Facebook group and stuff, and you see all types of people in there. There's not a particular mold that you have to fill to be successful in this business. And it just goes back to the working hard, putting in the effort, reaching out to people, doing, your daily power hour. Also, I have to give a shout out to Linda Warren, because she's the one that I reached out to a number of times. I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you doing this? I said, are people accepting your friend requests? Oh no. And, she would just tell me, like, be honest that I've invited or reached out to this many people and a handful have like accepted, or, people don't respond back. And then I just started sinking in. I know I'm a slow learner. But anyhow, it started sinking in that it wasn't me, that that's just how it is. And you have to keep putting in the effort and fighting through it and not taking things personally. So I adopted a new mindset. I really have stopped thinking about myself a lot, because when I used to go and meet new people, or if I would go to a school function, I would be trying to think, okay, how can I let them know that I'm a coach and that maybe I could help them? And it was really, even though I do want to help people, it still was, the focus was on me. And now I don't do that. I am focused on just building relationships with people, getting to know people. And then if it eventually comes up, it does. If it doesn't, I try to just, give them tips or encouragement or something to help them. It's not about our Beachbody products. It's not about, you or me. It's really about the other person. And, coaching is, giving your time, your attention, educating people, empathizing with them, and giving them value. So what makes a great coach? And I do think about this, and I say a prayer before I reach out to people. I said a prayer before I did this presentation that, I want to, seriously spread goodwill. I know it's the holidays and that sounds like, it might sound like a little corny, but it's the truth. I want to add value to people's lives. It feels good, and it's just like the right thing. It's kind of a dark world right now, and we need to make people happier. So also with the people skills, I thought I didn't have them. Didn't have the right skills to be successful in this business. And I still have a long way to go. So please don't let me fool you. I'm just wanted to share with what I've learned along the way. So basically, you just have to be a person. It's as simple as that. So that means that anyone can be great at coaching. It doesn't take a particular type. All of us can do it. You can be great at this. So some of the lessons that I have learned, you really just have to share your life and share it on social media. And I guess I didn't always grasp this either in the past, that people want to see themselves in you. If you only show fitness stuff and you working out, then they're going to think that that's what you're solely about. But if you share your life, share dealing with the kids. Right now I'm having elf drama in my house because I keep forgetting to move the elf. But then they could hopefully see themselves in me and realize that if I'm doing it, they can too. And the same with you. Also, when I write copy, I'm trying to, and I'm talking about like when I do a post, I'm trying to be very careful about talking about like us. When I say that we can do something, including me in it, it's not like saying like, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. Take a step back and say, we need to do a better job of this, or we, whatever. So that they kind of realize, and they should realize, we're all in this together. We all have these same struggles that we're dealing with. Also, now this is kind of weird. I didn't mean to put like celebrity status, but we as coaches have, it's not really celebrity status, but some type of status that, I had a girl reach out to me one time and she's like, oh my gosh, you got so many comments on your post that I feel like funny posting because no one comments on my stuff. And so sometimes we're intimidating to people, and that's something you have to remember, because I feel like, who do I intimidate? Well, that's the case sometimes. So if people don't respond to you, that could be one of the reasons. So really what we need to do is just love on people, comment on their posts, encourage them. And oftentimes we might not be getting anything in return, but that's okay, because I think that the more you give, it is going to eventually come back to you. And you just have to believe that. So in closing, I just wanted to share with you to be the light. Ashley, my oldest, and I were shopping on Black Friday, and there was just so many rude people. We were next in line and someone pushed in front of us. And, I told her, I'm like, we have to smile. We have to be nice to the people. I mean, we should always be nice to the people that are working. I said, there's so many people that are so mean and angry. We have to be a light in this world, and we have to do that in social media and in person. And that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. So, does anyone have any questions? All right. Okay, I don't know why I'm having trouble seeing any questions or anything. Let's stop. Thank you, everyone. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.